All right, full disclosure. This is probably the 28th time we're attempting to do this. So here's to hoping it works.
So welcome into our home again, and Merry Christmas. You probably have a tree in your home, somewhat like ours, and maybe you have ornaments. Pretty sure you do, like ours.
We like to use the ornaments on our tree to tell our story, the Taylor story. We use it to remember what God has done that year in our lives, and memories we've made together, or things He's taught us, or moments we've had. So like the one up here, this is the ornament to remember our birth of our first child, Jerusha. So that's for her first year.
That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
You can't really see it, I get it, but this is a trolley from New York, from where we were in San Francisco with this one. And then over here, which I know you can see, is the cowboy or cowgirl hat, and that was our family trip to the Calgary Stampede that year.
Yeah. And in case you're thinking that the Taylors, they must really have it all together. Their family is just incredible.
And we are not.
We also have a yellow car here, and this is solely for the purpose that we could not talk our 3-year-old son out of getting the yellow car. So there it is.
Yeah, it means nothing.
It means nothing, but it's on our tree.
It's got kind of eye candy for our tree now. In Luke's version of the story of Jesus' birth, he talks about Mary treasuring all these things in her heart. And this is around the time where the angels have just appeared to the shepherds, and the shepherds have come and regaled her with the story and the proclamation that they heard. And yet I'm not really sure that's when she started treasuring. I would almost bet that she started treasuring when the angel met her and said, "Blessed are you among all women." And then when she went and she saw Elizabeth and experienced the birth of John and hearing the miracle that happened there, and maybe treasured what it was like to come back into that town and to have not just the baby bump, but the realization that she had a story to tell that was really unbelievable, and Joseph didn't believe it. And yet then he came and told her an unbelievable story that she believed, that an angel had said to him that the child was Emmanuel, God with us. And there are a lot of stories for her to treasure in that journey that leads into what happened in Bethlehem that night.
Some of those memories would be good memories to treasure and things to ponder, where it was really clear that the Lord was just actively at work. And it's fun to see God show up in these ways. We have a story like that. It's a key here, which represents the first house that we were able to buy. And it was fun to watch God show up and provide in pretty cool ways so that we could get into our first house.
Yeah, man, it was a fun time.
It was.
Yeah. Some of those memories would be hard to not know what Joseph would do, and then to realize that he was going to divorce her, and to flee in the middle of the night, just grab whatever you can and flee to a country that was not their home, because Herod was coming and creating chaos behind them by killing all the infants, trying to make sure that he was holding on to his own power. We have an ornament and a thought that reminds us of the hard times, and it's this Corona bottle right here. And it's not because we hit the alcohol when it's hard, it's because it reminds us of 2020, of the coronavirus and COVID-19, and just how that, for all of us, just kind of threw our world upside down. And for our family, it's now, work from home and school from home and wash your groceries when you come. I mean, it was a hard year, and all of the stuff that we had to endure. We just wanted to remind ourselves that God was present in it.
Some of the memories that we've cherished, and some of the memories that Mary also would have cherished, are memories that didn't make sense. Things that she couldn't understand, or things that were left undone. These are tricky because we love things to have a conclusion, but they don't always. For Mary, it would have been like being a teenager and a mother, and the mother of the Son of God. It's a hard thing to understand. Why does she have to go through that? Why does her reputation have to take a hit? Why? All of these things she would have to hold on and ponder and treasure. And so we have one like that too. So this is our, it's a cross. Hopefully you can see that. What you probably can't see is that it has the Lord's Prayer on it. And specifically what we were focusing on this year was, "Give us this day our daily bread." It was a year of living day to day, a manna in the desert kind of existence, and it was hard. And we didn't understand the situation that led up to that year. And we still don't totally understand why we went through that and what God was doing in that. And we're not owed an explanation. We have no right to that. God will hold that, and we're going to trust that God knows what he's doing, because we trust that God was good then, and he's good now, and he's going to be good tomorrow too.
And so in this Christmas season, you may have those memories right now that are easy. God just showed up and he's doing amazing things. You may have those memories that right now it's just hard. And you may have those memories and those moments that you're treasuring that you don't understand. The main question here would be why? Why, God? And you may be having a little bit of all of those at the same time. And to you, we want to say that it's okay, that God is actively at work in the midst of that. And one of the things that we continually say at Journey is that faith is a journey, then we take it together. And so if it's easy, then let's praise God that he is actively at work and doing amazing things. If it's hard, let's just remind each other that God is present, that he is actively at work, and he is doing the right thing the right way at the right time for the right purposes. We just don't know it yet. And for the understanding, if you're there, then just know that God is faithful and that he is at work, and he is to be trusted, and you can trust him.
So I know for some of you, the big takeaway will be that the pastor's family has a bottle of Corona on the tree. However, please also know that we love you so much. We are praying for you, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Okay, all done.
Stupid dog.